I'm going to show you how to become a System.io expert by the end of this video. This will be the most in-depth System.io tutorial and review from A to Z. And my goal for you by the end of this video is for you to have the knowledge to build a 6- and 7-figure business on System.io, or to know System.io so much that you can help other businesses make money. Now, I have personally made over $5 million in my business, and more importantly for you, I have created dozens of System.io reviews, but this is going to be the brand new one with all the new features that System.io has released. But I want you to see all my System.io tutorials are always at the top of YouTube. These are the best ones. You can see I've done one 3 years ago, 1 year ago, 2 years ago, 1 year ago, and I continue to make these videos to help you not only understand System.io, but how you can actually make money. Let's get into it. So first, let's start out with what is System.io. So essentially, this is an all-in-one business platform for online marketers to build a business. But of course, you can use System.io if you have physical products, if you have any digital products, any courses. But the whole purpose of using System.io is to automate your entire business, your funnels, your websites, your emails, your webinars. Now, of course, we're going to take a deep dive into what System.io features and how to actually use every part of System.io, but that's the high level overview. Now, next, I want to talk about the System.io pricing. Now, their pricing model is insane. As you can see, you can actually get started 100% free. And the cool thing is with this, you can have 2,000 email contacts. You can send unlimited emails. You can have 3 funnels. You can have a blog, 15 funnel steps. You could have 1 course in there, right? So this is a great way to get started if you have no budget for any other software. So as you can see, you can get started for free. And as your business grows, right? Let's just say you pass the 2,000 contact mark. Well, then you'll get charged the $27 a month. But at that point, you can now have 5,000 contacts. Now, if you're brand new to online marketing or business in general, it's important to understand the power of an email list. Now, I'm not going to go extremely into depth in this video here because I have a ton of other videos talking about email marketing and why it's so powerful. But essentially, you need to know this. For every email that you have on your list, that's how much money you should be making per month. So as an example, if you have 1,000 emails on your email list, you should be making about $1,000 per month. So typically you make about $1 per email per month. So if we come back over here and look at the 5,000 contacts, you should be making about $5,000 per month. Now I want to show you inside my account how many emails I have generated. As you can see, over 334,000 emails in this one account. Now I have multiple accounts where I have different emails, but I just want to show you the power of this, right? So I'm able to literally send an email to these 334,000 contacts. And this is how I'm able to literally print money, okay? So throughout this tutorial, of course, I want you to become an expert in System.io, but more importantly, I want to show you how you can become an expert in making money. All right, so first I want to start at the System.io dashboard, okay? That way you know how to navigate System.io, okay? So the first thing you see here is the dashboard at the top. Now there's multiple dashboards. There's a main dashboard, which is where you run your business. And then there's also an affiliate dashboard, which is, this is where you can promote System.io as an affiliate. Now, as you can see, I've actually earned over $48,000 promoting this free software. Now, the cool thing is System.io does pay you 60% commissions to promote their software. Now, if you don't have a free System.io account, I'm gonna leave a link down below. It's gonna be the first link in the description down below. Click on that link and this will give you a free account to System.io. Of course, it is my affiliate link, and remember, System.io is 100% free. You don't even need to enter a credit card when you sign up for a free account. All right, going back to the dashboard, the next one we have is the student dashboard. Now, inside of here, this is where you can actually get access to all the courses that you've bought. Now, for me, you can see all the courses that I have. There's even a course from me, as you can see right here, and lots of great people that have made some amazing courses. Okay, so you can see this is like, as a student, this is where you get access to all of your courses. Okay, all right, next is the contacts. Okay, so if I go to contacts here, this is where I can start to build my email list, right? So in this account, I can literally go through and see who's on my email list, where they came from, and this is where you start to build that super valuable asset. The next one, this is actually new. I didn't do this in my past videos. This is called pipelines. Okay, so this is a little bit more advanced, but once you have like a sales team, you can actually have these pipelines where you take people through a process. Okay, so I'm not going to go super in depth. I'm just going to kind of talk about the navigation, and then we'll get into all the meat and potatoes. Okay, next one is websites. Okay, so this is where you can have blogs, you can have funnels, which is probably the main thing that you're going to want, and then of course you can even have digital stores, which is new as well. Okay, so this is super cool. Okay, next we have the emails. This is where you can send emails to your email list. This is where you can structure automated campaigns, and then of course look at the stats. Okay, next one is automation. So this is where you create rules, workflows for those emails when they're sent out. Okay, so you can literally say, hey, when someone becomes a subscriber, send them this email, or send them this text, or send them this course, whatever it is. Okay, so that's what automations is. And then products is if you have your own courses, your own communities, you can go and create that here. And then sales, this is where you can literally see how much you're making, your subscriptions. Very powerful stuff. Okay, so lots of things to cover in this System.io tutorial. Now, the first thing I want to cover is creating a funnel inside of System.io. Now, funnels are essential to any online business, and I believe it's the most essential thing to any business, even if you have a local brick and mortar business or just a digital marketing business, courses, agencies. A funnel allows you to take customers through an automated sales process. Now, let me show you how to do this inside of System.io. All right, so to build our first System.io funnel, we need to go to where it says websites and where it says sales funnels. Okay, now, as you can see, I have some pre-built funnels already, and I'll show you how to get access to a lot of these at the end of this video. But let me show you how to just create one from scratch. Okay, so right here where it says create, we can go ahead and start building a funnel. So I'm going to put test for YouTube video, and then funnel domain. This is like the website. Okay, now I don't have a domain connected at the moment for my test account, but this is where, you know, you can go and buy a domain. We'll talk about that a little bit later. After that is what kind of funnel, or what's your funnel goal? Okay, you want to build an audience? Do you want to sell a product? Do you want to run a webinar? Now, most of the time, I mean, you could always add a product later. So what I always like to do is just build an audience, because my whole purpose and my whole goal is to build an email list. So I always just start here, and then if I want to add products later, that's easy enough. Okay, and I'll show you how to do that. So we're going to start with that, and then we're going to click on the funnel name that we created. Okay, now it created a simple page. Okay, this is what we created. So it's going to create a squeeze page, which you see right here, and then a thank you page. Okay, so basically all that means is you have two pages. Okay, the first page is essentially where you ask for an email. Okay, and then the next page is like, thank you so much. This is called a thank you page. Thank you so much for entering your email. Let me send you this free thing. Okay, so I'll show you kind of examples of how that works. But as you can see, if we go to the squeeze page, there's going to be some templates that are already there. Okay, so you can see kind of a lot of templates that they've given you, right? And different type of niches. So I always like templates that are pretty simple. Let's pick something like this right here. Okay, so I'm going to hit select, and then we could always make changes as we go. And then we're going to go ahead and edit page. Okay, so right here where it says edit page, also I'm going to name this step number 1. I like to keep things organized and all that good stuff. Okay, so I'm going to hit edit page. Before I do though, you can always change the URL path, right? So whatever your domain is, you can say, you know, free course or free whatever it is that you're giving away. Okay, this is just makes it a little bit cleaner. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and edit page, and we're going to come inside of here, and I'm going to show you kind of how to build a funnel. Okay, so obviously you can start with what they gave you, but I'm going to go ahead and just kind of show you how this works. Okay, so at the top, it's broken down into sections. Okay, this is like the hierarchy of how a funnel is built. Okay, so as you can see, this is where it says section right here. Within this section, there's going to be a row. Okay, so as you can see, this specific row is split up into kind of 2 different columns, right? So if I go to row here, you can see that blue line down the middle, and what that allows you to do is it kind of it lets you put stuff over here, for example, on this side, and then on this side as well. Okay, so this is a 2-row funnel. Okay, now I can add another one here. So let me just show you what this looks like. If we move another row, let's just say we add a row under here. So here's the row, as you can see. Now this is just a 1-column row, but we can very easily make this a 3-column row, right? So if I go inside of here, boom, now we can add, you know, stuff in all of these areas here. Okay, so I hope this is making sense. For example, this right here, this is a 4-column row with 4 different elements. Okay, now for this one here, we can go ahead and add like different things, right? So, you know, let's just say on this part we want to add a photo, right? So we can add a photo here, and let's just say in this middle part we want to add some text, right? So we can go to text and add some text here, and then let's just say we want to add a bulleted list, right? So we can add, you know, we could just drag these elements here. Okay, so as you can see, pretty simple, right, to kind of start building this out, right? And then for a funnel, I never like these kind of menu options here because then it looks like a website. So I could simply just delete this whole row, right? So you can see where it says the row and then that little trash right here. So I can delete that. There we go. So now it's looking pretty good. You know, I can add a video here if I want. So I can go ahead and drag this video. All right, so let me drag this video over here, and there we go. Okay, so, and it's very easy to switch these out, right? I could just literally click on this, and then now this switches over here. Now it's like, okay, we're in this element here. Which video do you want to add, right? So it's going to say, do you want to upload your file? Do you want to direct the link? So for example, let's just say I want to add my System.io video. I can literally go to YouTube, copy that link, and check this out. I can just paste this link, and boom, there's my video there. You know, depending on what you want to do, it's pretty simple, right? You can see I'm doing this all in real time. And then of course, you know, we can kind of start writing our headlines, you know, how to make $1,000 a month with System.io. Okay, now here's kind of a cool trick for those who like don't know how to create like a lead magnet, right? So for me, I'm always trying to create really cool lead magnets. You see, for example, on my Instagram, the whole purpose of what I'm trying to do is build my email list, right? As I mentioned. So you can see if you click on this, I have a free course that I give out, right? So if you click on this, it goes to my landing page where people can take my free course. Okay, and then of course you have to enter your information. Now a lot of people get stuck here. They're like, I don't know what I can give out for free. First of all, if you stick to the end of this video, I'll let you copy a few of my lead magnets that you can give out as your own. But as far as like creating one, that's another video for another time. But a quick hack that you can do is you can give out a YouTube video. I do that all the time. If you make a really valuable YouTube video, for example, like this one right here, how to make $1,000 a month with System.io, I can literally probably take one of these videos here and put that in an opt-in page, right? And then on the thank you page, it's like, by the way, here's the free video, right? You can do that as well. And another really cool hack is if you don't want to create your own YouTube video, you can just use someone else's, okay? So you're free to use mine if you want to. But anyways, let's get back to actually creating a funnel, okay? So as you can see, you know, this is starting to look pretty good, right? And we can kind of customize it as we go. Now, I do want to mention one thing that System.io added. If you go over here to the top and see where it says blocks, if you click on blocks, you can see that they have these custom blocks already done, right? So if we go to, you know, opt-in forms, they already have like pre-built forms already there, okay? So, you know, obviously we already have one there, but you can see we can very easily add some of these, right? So let's just say, let's go back. Let's just say you have testimonials, right? So we can go to testimonials here at the bottom. Let's just say I want to add that right in here. Boom, there we go, right? And all we have to do is plug and play, right? And even better, let's just say you have a video testimonial. You can, again, always just drag and you can customize this as you go, right? So lots of cool things, lots of potential here that you can do. One thing to know is make sure for everything that you do, you always save changes, okay? Really, really important. If you don't save that, you're gonna lose all the hard work that you've created, okay? Now you can always view it. So here at the top, this little eye, if you click on that, it's gonna show you kind of what it's looking like. Just an example. Obviously I didn't add anything really, but as you can see, you can kind of just start to see what it looks like, okay? Now, one thing to note is the margins or the spacing within your funnel, okay? So this is important just to kind of tighten it up and make it look good, right? So if we click on any of this text here, you'll notice that, you know, you can change the font size, right? So you can see, you can change how this looks, the line height, so you can see kind of, you can tighten it up if you want, and then the letter spacing, you can make those kind of bigger if you want. This really helps you customize what it looks like, okay? Now, super important here, you want to look at how it looks in mobile, okay? So right now it's on desktop, but if we switch this to mobile, so if I click on this, this is what it's going to look like here. So you want to make sure it looks good on mobile as well, okay? Really, really important, because this is, most of your people are going to be on mobile anyways. So you want to make sure it looks good on mobile. Okay, so always switch back between desktop and mobile. Again, you can click on any of this text, change the spacing, you could change the margins, right? So that means basically there's a space in between here from this, you know, this top button. So that's what this margin is. Okay, same with the right. If we do that, as you can see, bottom right, all that good stuff. Okay, so you could do a lot of customization on this. Same with like any of the elements. So if I click on, you know, this video element, same thing here. I can go ahead and, you know, switch off the margin, or I can change this up, right? So I can make this look a little bit smaller if I want, you know, same thing here, top, bottom, all that good stuff. Okay, so just little things to understand as you're building out your funnel, and you can really customize it, get it tighter, make it look better for both desktop and mobile. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is how do we submit an email? How do we submit a form? Okay, this is probably one of the most important things, right? Because we want to make sure that when someone enters their name and email, that we're able to get this information. So right here, this is a form input. And in this case, you can see we're asking for an email, okay? So let's just say we want to add more things in here, okay? Let's just say we want to add a first name, last name type thing. So we can go down, and where it says form under elements, form input, we can go ahead and kind of add something here, okay? So again, here we can go ahead and make sure there's a, there we go, margin. But if we click on this first button here, it's going to ask, what is this? Okay, what's the input type? I'm going to put first name, and then there we go. So we can go ahead and take their first name, email, and we could keep adding if we want. Okay, now really important here is the button. What's the button actually doing? Okay, so if we click on the button, you'll notice that, you know, there's different things, right? Submit form, show pop-up, open URL, stuff like that, okay? Now, typically what you want to do is submit form. So what that means is when it submits this, that means this name and email will then go into your System.io contacts, right? So that's what submit form is, okay? Now, typically you want to do that. Now, if you switch this, for example, to, you know, show pop-up, then when people click on this, then there's a pop-up that's going to appear, okay? So I'm not going to worry about that right now, okay? So let's not do that. I'm just going to leave it on submit form. And then next thing is, when someone submits, what do you want them to do next? Okay, so then do we want to go to the next step? Do we want to go to a different website? So typically you want to just keep it for the next step, right? So that's the whole purpose, okay? And that's it, right? And then of course you can change the text here. So for example, right here where it says button text, yes, I want your free training. So there we go. We could change the color and all that stuff if you want. There we go. That looks better. But then yeah, so that's it. And then save changes. Okay. So now I can go back. So I'm going to go ahead and exit here on the top right. And I can kind of start looking at what this looks like. Okay. So if we click on view funnel step, it's going to go ahead and show you. There we go. All right. So let me put this other email here and then Jonathan test, and let's see if this works. So if I click on this, boom, it takes me to the thank you page. Now we didn't actually create a thank you page yet, so that's why nothing's working, but I do want to see if a contact was added. So if we go to contacts here, you'll notice there it is. There's the email that I entered, and we're good to go. Okay, so it's working. We just didn't create a thank you page, right? So if we go back to sales funnels, this is the test one we're doing. We didn't actually create a thank you page, right? So next step would be to go to the thank you page and pick something, right? So let's just say this one right here, select template, and there we go. I'm just going to call this step number 2. And I'm just going to put thank you here. And again, there we go. That's all we have to do. And that's it, right? Thank you. Your free training is below. And then again, remember, we're going to try to give this out for free as a lead magnet. So I can literally just copy this on the thank you page. And there we go. Okay. Your free training is below. Okay. I'm just going to tighten this up, as you can see. And that's it, right? So I'm going to get rid of all this stuff. Just make it super simple. Yeah. And then of course you can add whatever you want in here, right? So, you know, let's just say you want to add a button here to, you know, join my free Facebook group, follow me on Instagram, right? So these are all things you can do here, right? So if we go to this button here, in this case, you want to go to open URL so we can, you know, take them to a Facebook group or whatever it is, right? So that's how that works. And then let me see here. Yeah, just the button text. In this case here where it says typography, button text, you know, join my Facebook group here. Whatever you want to do, right? There's just countless things you can do with this, as you can see. All done, all good. Okay, so that's it, right? Save changes, but now everything is working. You have a funnel ready to go. Pretty simple to do, right? So as you can see, you can also add more steps as you go, right? So like I said earlier, let's just say you want to add a sales page, right? So this is where it gets a little bit different. This is where you actually collect money, okay? So we can add a step here. I'm just gonna put sales page and then choose type. So this is where I want to go to right here, where it says sales page, or in this case, I'm just gonna choose order. order form, and then there we go. So let's just say we want to add this. We can always move this, drag and drop, as you can see. But let's just say I want to sell something now, right? So I can go over here, pick on one of these, and there we go. So you can see, you can choose, is this going to be a digital product, right? Stuff like that. So we can start to kind of build this out. If I go to edit page now, this is where you can actually collect payment details. Okay, so really cool, because this is where you actually start making money, right? So as you can see right there, it's going to collect the payment method, and then people can actually enter their information and you can get paid. All right, so now I want to talk about System.io emails and automations. Now I'm going to show you how to tag certain people, so when they become a lead or they become a customer, that way you can properly segment out your email list. You don't want to just have a random list of people. You want to see if people are buyers, if they're coming from a certain lead magnet, or they're doing a certain thing in your funnel. You can go ahead and tag them inside of System.io. So let me show you how everything works. Now there's a few places you can go to do this. The first one is automations. Okay, so if you go to automations and we go to workflows, okay, we can start to create this flow. Okay, so for example, I'm going to put test number 1, and we can start to create this flow of what you want to happen, right? So I always say that you need to start with a trigger, right? Something needs to happen. So if we click on this, so when someone becomes an opt-in, they basically become funnel form subscribed. Okay, so as you can see, when a contact has subscribed to a form, okay, that's what we're doing here. And it's going to say, which form are you talking about, right? So in this example, it's just the test one we did for the YouTube. And then it's going to ask which step, and we're going to say step number 1. So what happens here is we're saying, okay, when someone enters an email, right? We did that example from the previous funnel. When someone becomes an email, I want something to happen. So then you can literally have it do whatever you want, right? So in this case, what I like to do is I first like to add a tag, okay? So a tag is really important because this is where you can start to segment people based on what they do. Now, as you can see, I didn't create a tag yet. I have to come back out and create a tag, okay? So let me show you how to do that, because you have to do that separately. That's one thing I wish they fixed, is I wish that you can add a tag directly in the automations. So to find a tag, you're actually going to go under contacts and click on tags. Okay, now we can start to create these tags here. If we hit create tag name, I'm going to put free lead magnet, and that's going to be, there we go. So there, now we have a tag for that. And then let's just say we want to create a tag for someone that buys, right? So let's just say buyer for my course. Okay, whatever you want to name it. But now we have some tags, right? Now, as you get more advanced, you can create more and more tags based on what people do, but for now we're good. Okay, so make sure and exit this and make sure that the new tags are there. So if I go back in here, okay, again, we want to add a tag, so I'm going to hit action, and hopefully it's there now. Yes, there we go. So they became a free lead magnet tag. Okay, that's what we're doing. Okay, so remember, this is all logical, right? So when someone becomes an opt-in, we say, okay, now apply this tag to them, and then you want to do something else, right? So what else do you want to do? So typically you send them an email, right? So I'm going to hit action here. I can go ahead and hit send email, and it's going to ask which email do you want to choose. Okay, now I already have these pre-written emails that I've already written, but if you need to write one, you can say right here where it says create a new one, and right there you can simply, add your email subject here, save and edit email, and there we go, right? So now we can start to create this workflow, right? So, test email, and then get your free thing here, and then I could go ahead and just add a link, right? So I can highlight that. I could click on this little link tab, link.com, right? Whatever the link is. There we go. So now it's highlighted, super simple, Jonathan Montoya. And there we go. It's going to ask where you're sending, the sender name, what the emails you're sending from. So put your professional email address here, and then you can go ahead and save and exit. And as you can see, we're starting to build out this flow, right? So, we added a tag, we added an email, and then typically, once they're on your list, you want to go ahead and send multiple emails, right? So now you could send, well, we're going to do a delay. So let's just say we want to wait for 1 day. Okay, so it's going to wait for a day, and then we're going to send another one, right? So then again, action, and then email number 2, right? So send another email, and so on and so forth. Okay, so obviously you can do multiple things, as you can see, but that's kind of the workflow, right? So for me, this is kind of what mine looks like. Hey, I have literally hundreds and hundreds of emails being sent out on autopilot. Now, I've actually created a done for you system that allows you to tap into literally hundreds of emails that are sending to multiple different products. So if you're interested in that, that's going to be the second link in the description where I walk you through the process, but more importantly, I give you access to essentially this done for you business, so you don't have to go and write an email every single day. But of course, you can always go and write your own emails. It just takes time. I've made it a lot easier for you to go and literally click a few buttons, and now you have a system that promotes multiple things for years. All right, so back to automations, but that's simply how it looks, right? So I can go ahead and exit this, and I want to show you one other thing in automation. So you can do it in the automations tab, but the other place you can also do this is the funnels. So if we go back to website and sales funnels, we're going to go back to the test one we were creating. You could actually create these automation rules here as well. Okay, so which is kind of cool. So you can go and, trigger when something happens, and then when someone becomes, a subscriber. So it's the same exact thing. It's just in a different place. Okay, so you can do it directly in the funnel itself. So it's going to say, when this happens, I want to do this, and that's what the action's for. Again, we can go ahead and add a tag. So I'm doing the exact same thing. I'm just showing you that you can do it inside the funnel itself. And there we go. Okay, so I want this to happen, and then boom, add another rule, and then we can go ahead and send an email or whatever you want to do. Okay, so very cool. A lot of things you can do inside of here. You can add more actions, right? So if I want to send another email, boom, it's going to send another email, and so on and so forth. Okay, so very simple to do. I'm doing the exact same thing as I did in automations. I personally like to do it in automations because I can kind of see visually what's going on, but for simplicity, you can simply do it in the funnel. Okay, also, one other thing I want to show you, if we go to the sales page here, let's just say you're selling a course, right? A digital product. Okay, you can go to the automation rule and say, okay, when something happens, so a trigger, when someone buys, so a new sale, okay, they enter the credit card, and I want to do this. So then you want to send them to your course, right? So right here where it says enroll in course, so we can do that as well. So something really cool that you can do is, have that. So like I have, my course here, but I can go ahead and save rule, and what happens is they then get an email that they get access to this course. Now there's so much other things that you can do inside of the automations, but I at least wanted to give you some basic knowledge. That way you can go and create your own automations, right? Everyone's going to have something different, but again, it's very simple to choose what you want to happen, right? So essentially you think about it as someone is going through this, what do I want to happen? What emails do I want them to get? So if you think about it that way, it becomes very simple to go and create. So next I want to show you how to set up a course or membership area inside of System.io. Now I know a lot of people are going to want to have their own digital products, and honestly, this is the way I was able to make over $5 million, was by selling online courses, digital services, products. So I want to show you how easily you can create a course inside of System.io. So inside System.io, you're going to go to where it says products, and you're going to click on courses. Okay, you can see I have a few here, but what you want to do is add a new course, and we're just going to go through this process. Okay, so I'm just going to put course, whatever the name is. So I'm going to put course test. Domain, again, this is a domain that you've already purchased, or they'll give you a domain for now if you don't have one. Okay, and then the cool thing is now they have some really cool templates that you can go ahead and choose. So I'm just going to choose this purple one over here, select theme, and then save at the bottom. One last thing, it's asking for a URL path, so I just put test, but this is basically where you want the course to be at. Okay, so I'm going to hit save, and there we go. There's the course right here. Obviously, if I go inside of here, there's nothing yet, but it makes it really easy to start creating. Okay, so what we can do is add module, and we'll just put module number 1. Okay, there we go. So for example, there's module number 1, right? So we have module 1. So the cool thing here is kind of the way it works is you have your modules here, right? Your modules, and then underneath the modules, you're going to have a lesson, right? So you can have multiple lessons within each module. Okay, makes it really easy to kind of create your course and framework. But anyways, that's basically what you're doing here. And then I could add a lecture underneath this. So if I had add lecture here, video number 1, whatever it is. Okay, and then delay, essentially what that means is if people get access to your course, like, do you want them to get access to the full thing right away, or do you want them to get access, every single day, right? Like they get access to one day, and then the next day they get access to the second video, stuff like that. Okay, typically with my courses, I like to just have them view everything all at once. Okay, so depending on what you want to do. Now this is cool, I haven't seen this before. Enable comments, so it looks like people can go and comment when they're going through the course. Okay, so I'm just gonna click on, let's just go with this one here and save this, and there we go. Okay, so it says grant access immediately. So again, this is if you don't do the delay, it's gonna grant access right away. Okay, so then we could kind of just keep adding, right? So video 2, and then select template and save. Okay, so we could start seeing that the course is starting to be built out. Now if I go inside of here, for example on video 1, click on these little dots and hit edit, I can go inside of here, and this is where I can start adding all my information for the course. Okay, now the cool thing is you can actually literally just use YouTube videos. Okay, so for example, if I'm using this old video I created, I'm gonna go back over here, I could click on this and literally just add a YouTube video, right? So now you can create a course, and the videos, you can just add them on YouTube. Okay, so really cool. You can also upload your files directly, which is really cool because you can host your videos inside of here, and you just simply upload it here, as you can see. Okay, lots of options you can do, and then of course whatever text or options you want to give them, this is where you would put everything. So pretty simple. Obviously you can just kind of drag and drop, you can delete, as you can see, very easy to do, nothing crazy. You could add links if you want, you could add a button, right? So all things you can do, right? For example, like let's just say you have a button here, there we go, and then you can customize this to go to an affiliate link or the next part in the course or whatever it is that you want, right? You can kind of customize this however you want. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and save changes. Always save changes, and then I'm going to exit, and that's it. Now you can start building out, right? So if I click on module 1, boom, we have video 1, video 2. Of course, what you want to do next is you want to activate. Okay, so now this is ready to go. So this is really important. So if you don't see this green check mark, then that means no one's going to be able to see this. Okay, so just make sure to activate, and then people will be able to see it. Let's see here. Let's go to settings here. Let's make sure everything's good. One thing is you can put your instructor name here, Jonathan Montoya. This is important. So the cool thing is System.io will actually put your courses on their website. So if you have a really good description here, you can get your course kind of at the top, right? So for example, I believe one of my courses is on there. Okay, so if I go to, let me see here, I believe, so the System.io marketplace, you can see they have a ton of courses already here, and basically it's free marketing, right? So the better descriptions, titles that you have, it's just extra eyes on your courses. Okay, so I think this is really cool that they do that. And as you can see, one of my courses is already on here for System.io, as you can see right there. So anyways, just put a good description here. And of course, you got your course domain. You could put your instructor photo, your logo, your course cover, all things that I'm not going to show you how to do, because you can simply go hire someone, or you can create your own on Canva. One thing that's super important is the sales page. So when someone buys your course, which funnel do they buy that at, right? So of course we did it for our test sales page, and then it's going to ask the funnel step. It's just simply the sales page. Okay, so when someone buys, the system will then give them access to your course. Okay, that's it. So the settings are good. I'm going to save that, and there we go. Now we have a course. Okay, and then of course you want to activate it. All right, so right here where it says activate, now people can get access to this course, and you're good to go, right? And we can even view it here. So this is what it looks like. I really didn't do much with it. I didn't add a photo or anything, but you can see it has my name here, whatever the course is at the top, and then there we go. Okay, and then of course you have the comments, which we added here as well. Okay, super cool. I think it's I mean, the digital product world is just insane, and you could do so many things with online courses. Now if you want my full free step-by-step on how to create an online course from scratch, then I want you to check out this video here. And in this video I go through the entire process on how I've sold over 50,000 courses to over 50,000 people. Okay, so check out that video if you want to learn exactly the framework on how to build a course. Now the next thing I want to show you inside of System.io is how do we share a funnel. So let's just say you create this awesome funnel and you want to share it with a friend, or honestly you just want to make money with this. Let me show you how you can do that. So under websites, if you go to sales funnels, you can actually share funnels with other people. Okay, so this is really cool because what you can do is let's just say I want to share any of these funnels, right? So for example, this is a free course that I created. I go inside of here and share this, and basically I can share this link, okay? And when someone clicks on that link, it'll automatically import the entire funnel in their account, okay? Which is super cool. So why would you want to do that, right? There's two reasons. One, if you just want to help someone out and you want to give them a really cool funnel that you created, or number two, you want to make some money with the System.io affiliate program, okay? So I'm going to show you how the affiliate program works next, and then I'm going to show you what I'm doing so I can make money, but you're going to get a ton of value, okay? So I'm going to put this all together now, and it's going to make a lot of sense. Now, as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, my whole purpose of building my online business is building my email list, okay? Now, I want to show you real quick what I'm doing to build my email list, and this will work pretty much for any niche if you follow this framework, okay? You'll notice inside of my Instagram account that I'm trying to give away something for free, okay? So if you look at this, I could click on this, and the whole purpose of this is to grab an email. Now, I've done a lot of videos on what email marketing is and how it works, but in the purposes of this video, I just want to show you kind of the main point of this, okay? I'm giving out something of high value in exchange for someone's email, okay? So you can see here, I have this course that I want to give you on how you can build a 7-figure business, okay? And someone clicks on this, they enter their name and email, and then they get access to the course. But then what's cool is I get their email, their name, and sometimes their phone number, okay? So this is very valuable, okay? Because now what happens next is they get access to this course here, okay? It's a 7-part course, and within this course, there's a bunch of links, affiliate links that I make money with, okay? Really, really valuable. Now, I wanna show you how you can steal this exact same course. So as you can see, one of my students, Becca Duncan, who has 500,000 followers on Instagram, is using this process as well, okay? She's given out the exact same course, and then as you can see, she didn't actually go and create this, she's leveraging what we've created already. So now going back to what I said earlier about sharing a funnel, I want you to see what I'm doing here, okay? So I wanna show you how you can get access to this exact same course and lead magnet as your own, but what's cool, right? So it's kind of like a bribe, right? So I wanna give you something of high value, something that you're gonna be able to use. But for me, the way I get value is, well, one, I'm gonna get your email, and two, you're gonna use System.io and buy through my affiliate link. Now, I know that System.io is free, but when you do upgrade, I then get paid as an affiliate. So if you want access to my exact same course and lead magnet as your own, then I want you to stick to the end of this video. I'll show you exactly how to get it. Also, I want you to say lead magnet down below in the comments if you want access to this as well. But this leads me to the final part of this System.io tutorial. That's the System.io affiliate program, okay? So if you go to the dashboard and go to where it says affiliate dashboard, you can actually make money promoting this free software, okay? Now, I want you to see what I just did, right? Earlier I said, I'm gonna give you my exact funnel, and I'm gonna give you my exact course that you can use as your own, okay? The reason why I'm doing this is, one, it's gonna give you value, and two, you're gonna wanna buy System.io or use my System.io link because I have that free thing I'm giving you, okay? Now, the cool thing is this is a free software, but I'm still making money, right? As you can see, almost $50,000 giving away a free software, okay, which is just insane because System.io allows you to promote this and get 60% commission, okay? So to do that, you can get people this link, and when they sign up, they're hard coded to you for life. And what's cool is you can also give away funnels, right? So as I mentioned before, if I go back to website and sales funnels, if I go back again over here and share this, so when you have this link and you have a System.io account, well, when you click on that link right there, you actually get my exact funnel, my exact course inside your account. There's a lot of potential with the System.io affiliate program, and I'll make more in-depth videos on that if you're interested. But for this video, I wanted to keep it brief just because there's so much that we've already talked about. Now, as I mentioned, I want to give you access to my exact same course and lead magnet and funnel. That way you can use as your own, okay? So just say lead magnet down below. Also, if you check in the YouTube description, you should see instructions on how to get my funnel, and more importantly, how you can import this inside of your account. So there's 2 steps. One, make sure to grab a free System.io account, which I'll leave a link down below. And then step 2, click on the funnel link that'll import it directly into your account. With that being said, I hope this video was of value. I hope that you now understand the power of System.io, and we'll see you on the next video, and God bless.